beach blanket movies back in the 60s, and now they're riding another wave with their beach blanket reunion concert. All right, whose idea, first of all, was the stage show?
Wasn't mine.
I heard it was your idea, and I heard you been talking to Annette about it for a long time.
A long time. Because, you know, I've always felt as though it would be a lot of fun for her, for myself, and to get out there and do live performances.
You held out, though. Kids just didn't want to go out on the road?
Because of my children. I didn't want to be on the road, and I haven't done it since I was a teenager, and it really kind of frightened me, the thought of doing that again.
So this is the first concert tour since the teens?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you nervous? Like, do you have butterflies?
Well, I'll tell you what, in the beginning, no, she never has butterflies. Never, ever.
Stop it.
She's as solid as a rock. The first concert we did, I couldn't believe she just walked out there real calm, didn't forget a line, nothing, every lyric, you know. Now she's an old pro. Now she says, can we do 2 shows? Can we do 3 shows?
Oh, no, don't do that. But we do have fun. The audience reaction has been so terrific.
Because it's a salute to the, what, the 50s and 60s, some of the beach movie songs.
Some of our beach pictures.
Well, you're not going to hear B-52 music, you know.
Huh?
This is what we do.
Yeah.
You probably hear, you both do, because you have, what, 8 children?
Yeah, I have 8 children. I have 4 boys and 4 girls, and only 4 at home now, so things are starting to calm down.
But aren't 2 of them in the band?
Yeah,
Is that right?
The drummer is my son Frank, and the guitar player is my son Tony.
Right.
Now, did you encourage them, or did you try to steer them away because you knew the pitfalls, or what?
They've been playing since they're little kids. I mean, with the pots and pans and all that
It was
stuff.
inevitable.
They have their own bands and all. And then when I started, when they started to get a little bit older, I said, why don't you guys learn my show? And they studied to have good musical training, and they came along with us, and then they worked with us. They're terrific.
Well, you're
very
3.
good.
You're 3. You have an older daughter, then 2 sons, and the youngest, who's 15, does he also play
He plays drums? Yes.
Did he performed at all with you guys?
We took him to one of our performances in Utica, New York, in fact, my hometown, and he played a couple of songs.
Is that his first, like, professional?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, he's hooked. He's hooked. I mean, I saw him come off stage. And,
that's it now.
yeah, Jason's in show business.
That's right.
When you guys got back together to do the beach...
Back to the beach.
Back to the beach. What, 3 years ago now? It doesn't seem like it was 3 years ago, but it was.
Yeah.
Besides the obvious, because now you're playing the parents of teenagers, besides that obvious, what was it like and how was it different from the movies that you did back then?
Well, it was kind of a déjà vu feeling. Remember the first day we walked on the set?
Yeah, well, I started to see a lot of my old bodies
before.
walking around. So that's my old body there.
It really was a great feeling, and this one was much more realistic, because always before we filmed them at the studio, and they would haul in sand, and they would just put a backdrop around us. This was done right on the beach. And
that's a big change in the industry.
Yeah,
and he really surfed.
I really did. I got out.
What do you mean you really had to surf? You mean back then you didn't really surf?
Well, I didn't have to do, no, I had to get in the water and out of the water, but this one I really had to go in there, and it was freezing cold, because we were shooting in February, and I did scrape up my little knees. And, but I got out there, and I...
So it's a lot tougher when you have to go out and do it on location, which they do these days because of the cost of the studios and all that.
Exactly, a lot of night shooting right by the water's edge. I mean, we were just shivering most of the time.
Because a lot of things have changed since those days. I mean, you know, you think back to you guys at Disney and the protected kind of environment.
You bet.
It isn't that anymore.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Is it fun, though, doing this again? I mean, how many people, let's face it, get a chance to have had that kind of success and fun, because it was a fun time for you, and then to be able to relive it again? I
know, it's just terrific. I mean, we've been doing this for a lot of years. I mean, we started many, many years ago. Of course, Annette starting with Disney and Mickey Mouse Club, and then I started like 1956, 57 singing. And all through the years, and we're back and still doing it all these years. It's just terrific. Well, I've enjoyed you guys tremendously for so many years. So have a wonderful, wonderful time.
Thank you very much.
And goodbye.